What's going on, Vapes the Nation? Welcome back to another video from Habitual Vapors. And yes, guess what? I had it last week, did a quick look on it, and guess what? I got the full review. It is the Smok or Smok tfv8, the Cloud Beast. And she's literally a cloud beast. This thing chucks. I mean, you get vapor for days off this thing. Check it out. For you cloud chasers, this thing is a dream too. I'm actually very impressed with this. You know, I thought with the coil with the wattage range of 50 to 260 watts, I didn't think the flavor was going to be all that great, but guess what? It is. The flavor is awesome in this thing. Like, I wasn't expecting it when I first picked up this thing. I mean, look at that. I mean, we can get vapor for days off this thing. This thing is a beauty. This is just an awesome tank. Like, Smok did it. Or Smok, whatever you want to call them. Not only does it come with the coil that's in it, it's a, what's it called here? It comes installed with a V8 T8, which is an octuplet Clapton, fused Claptons, and it's a 0.15 resistance with the vaping range of 50 to 260 watts. And then it says on it, it says best between 90 and 180. And then it also comes with this other one. It's a V8 Q4, which it's a quad coil, you know, two parallel coils stacked on top of each other. You'll see in the close-up how wide the opening is for it. It's also a 0.15 resistance, and that's 50 to 180 or something. And then it says best between 90 and 150. And then it also has this 18-inch RBA deck, which is a velocity style deck, and it's pretty much an RTA. When I put that in here, I feel like I'm vaping an RTA, not an RBA. So with this tank, some specifications. It's a 25 millimeter tank. It weighs 74 grams. It's primarily made of stainless steel. And it's 510 threaded. And the threads on this are actually okay. They're not the best threading. I'll show you that in the close-up. A couple of things they've changed on it too, as you can see. But I'll get to that in the close-up. So what I want to do now is I want to dive down up close and take a look at this bad boy. Alright, Vapes the Nation. So, here is the packaging it comes in. I showed you this with this beautiful lava. So it says up at the top, Smok or Smoke, whatever you want to call it, has a picture of it and the color it comes in this time. The Cloud Beast tfv8. I mean, look at that. That's cool packaging. Your QR codes. Then it shows you what you got. I already went through that. And then inside the packaging, you shall get, it's your typical Smok packaging. Inside it, here's your bath salts, like always, and this is where the tank would be right here. But obviously I'm vaping on it, so that's not in there. So inside, what you get is you get some spare O-rings, you get a spare gasket, and you get a spare 510 drip tip adapter, which is a Pro. You get the TFQ4. Here is your beautiful RBA deck right here. I'm going to show you it. Velocity style deck with two fused Claptons. It should come out to about a 0.28 stalled. Those are the stock ones. I've been using it. 18-inch deck, velocity, side screws. Look at the airflow on the bottom of this thing. And you just put it together like that. The threading's a little difficult at first, but once you get it, it's good. You get a spare glass. You get black and orange cock rings, I mean vape bands. One of them says keep on vaping, and the other one says the Cloud Beast. You get this Allen key. that's for your RBA kit. And here's the star of the show, the Smok tfv8. So, starting from the top, you have this nice beautiful wide bore drip tip. It just comes right out. A couple of O-rings holding it there. And this is not a 510, so you would need to use the adapter if you wanted to use your 510 drip tips on it. And like you got your famous Smok style top fill with the swivel, and they made the hole a little bit bigger, and the chimney. Look at the size of that chimney, guys. That is humongous. And then you got, it's a 6 milliliter tank, and then I believe when you have the RBA in it, it's a 5 milliliter because it's a little bit bigger. See? Here's your airflow right here. Very, very easy to move, but it does have restriction, which is perfect. But it keeps spinning around. That's the only thing. It doesn't have a stopper. And I want to show you guys this. Look at that airflow. Look, you can see right through it. Look at that. Look how much that airflow is. It's 18% more airflow on this tank. And then at your bottom, it says designed by Smok or Smok, and then there's my serial number. And then in the middle, it looks like you have a nickel or silver 510 pin, which they changed that too. It protrudes a little bit, you know, a little bit more than the other ones, but still not safe for a hybrid, so I do not recommend it. The tank comes apart like this, like so. Here's this piece. This is press fitted into here. The glass just fits on like that. And like that, when if you have the tank full, or if you need to, you know, change a coil out with juice in the tank, or do something with your RBA, you gotta drain some of the e-juice out of here first, because you can't get it past that chimney, as you can see. You can have a little bit, but not a full tank. Definitely not. And then here is your coil. That's the TFT8. That's the quad. I mean the octuple coil. Look at that thing. Then your coil just unscrews from the base like this. And then that's the inside of your base. Like so. Then you just put it back together. Like so. And that's it. Don't really have much more on this, but real quick before I go, I just want to show you the tfv4. As you can see, this is the original tfv4 and this is the tfv8. Big difference. The looks aren't all that much different, but they are. This one looks kind of like a barrel. This is more, I believe, of a nicer looking tank. And as you can see, this has 2 airflow slots, while this one has 4 all the way around. And then this one has a standard drip tip with the double layered and the airflow on the drip tip. And this one they changed it up and put a wide bore on. So that's it today for the Smok tfv8. Why don't we take it back up top and talk about it some more. And we're back. Glass of vapor, anybody? Didn't get a cloud like I was going to. So, that was a Smok tfv8 Cloud Beast. And boy, what a cloud beast it is. My thoughts on this tank? There's not many cons on this thing. The only real big con I would say on it, but it's expected, is that it is a juice guzzler. Okay, but it's expected with the size of them coils. That RBA section is awesome. I have it in here right now. I'm vaping on it. I will have a separate video for it with a tutorial on how to wick it and maybe even throw a build, but I honestly feel that the build in this RBA is sweet. Everything about this tank is sweet. 18% airflow, more airflow. Holds 6 mils of juice. With the RBA section, it holds 5. Like, that is awesome. Also, you can, with the 510 drip tip adapter, that's a pro right there. You can fit all your drip tips that you want in this thing. Me personally, I'm comfortable with the wide bore drip tip, and it's a Griffin style drip tip. It's actually compatible with the Griffin drip tip. You can put that one in here if you want, or any other drip tips that are like that, that size. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. I recommend this thing. If someone came and stole it, or I lost this thing, would I go out and buy another one? Abso-fucking-lutely. You crazy? Vaping this thing at 100 watts with the coils in it, it's such a smooth, cool vape at 100 watts. Most sub-ohm tanks, you vape at 100 watts, it's this hot vape that you can barely vape sometimes, and the flavor, But on this, 100 watts plus, man, you get vapor for days and you get flavor for days. This is definitely a cloud chaser's dream right here. I think you could definitely win some cloud competitions with this. Do I think it's a little overkill with the 50 to 260 watts? I do. But you know what? It's worth it. I really think it's worth it. That about does it for me today, man. Guys, alright? I will have a link in the description below on where you can buy this thing. I'll also have a link in the description below for CASAD.org and AIMSA.org and NotBlowingSmoke.org, all our advocacy sites, okay? Because we need to fight for our vaping rights. It's almost August 8th. It's literally maybe 3 weeks away, if that. And call your local representatives. Follow your calls to actions, guys. I say it in every video. Tell your representatives to support H.R. 2058 and the Cole Bishop Amendment. Whether you email them, whether you call them, however you have to get a hold of them, do it and keep flooding them. Just keep doing it. You know, just don't do it once and be like, okay, just keep doing it. Also, tell them you're a voter and that you vape. And tell them that vapor products are not tobacco products, because they're not. They're vapor products. They're totally different. But that does it for me today, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. Vape on. And I will catch you next time here on Habitual Vapors.